Hello, class. My name is Karen Oliphant, and I interviewed my oldest brother, Barry. I felt that Barry was the best candidate to interview because um, both our parents are deceased, and I wanted to actually get his view on what his memories were um, of our family. There's a 7-year age difference between my brother Barry and I, and I really wanted to understand um, what his viewpoint was on the history of our family. Um, Three things that was very interesting to me that I found out during the interview. Number one was um, that our father, who was born in 1945, he was actually he actually lived on a old plantation called Batty Place. That was very shocking to me to find that information out. I didn't know actually where my father was born or where he lived as a little boy. I just kind of knew that he grew up with my grandmother. I just thought that he lived locally where my grandmother lived. But just to find out that information that he was actually born on an old plantation, um, it sparked some emotions in me. And I learned that that's the possibility of where our last name originated. A second thing was my maternal grandfather. I found out that he was actually abandoned in a field, and he was found by some people or some family that actually has the last name that of fields that my grandfather went by. He was around 7, between the age of 7 and 9, I think my brother said, and the family that found him, they decided to adopt him and give him their last name. So my mother's last name is Fields, but we don't really know like who my grandfather's real family is, because like I said, he was abandoned when he was a little boy. The third thing that was interesting to me was also concerning my great grandfather, my maternal great grandfather, my mother's grandfather. I learned that he was actually a free slave, and during the Reconstruction era, he was actually given his 40 acres and a mule, and he basically had all of his land, but there was a portion of his land that was taken from him so that a railroad track could be ran through the city. That was very profound for me because I didn't know that family history, and just to know that we have such a rich history of just overcoming so many obstacles and so many challenges during a time where the racial climate was very I don't know the word to say, but it was just a really hard time during the post-slavery time. It was really difficult for Black families, and just to know that I have such a rich history as it relates to that, because I really do love Black history. So just having that knowledge that I actually came from a family that had a lot of history concerning post-slavery, I guess you can say, experiences, or lived a lifestyle, or lived a livelihood that was off the back of actually slave family members. That was very emotional for me. Just learning that information. I feel emotional now just thinking about it all, but I just really appreciate my brother just sharing his knowledge, because there is, like I say, a 7-year age difference, and a lot of this stuff I did not know. Even though we grew up in the same household, I did know my maternal and paternal grandmother. and my maternal and paternal grandfather. I did know them, but I was so small, and it's just a lot of questions you don't ask, a lot of questions you don't know to ask. So I really appreciate my brother sharing some of the information that he have, even though I know that there's a lot more information that's out there, a lot more about our history that I don't know, and it's, you know, like I say, it's buried with my deceased family members. But I am very grateful for my brother and taking the time to do the interview with me, and just shedding a lot of light on our family history. This has been an interview paper presentation video, and I appreciate you guys for listening. Thank you very much. Have a good day.